In the meantime, let's continue with that civilization. Civilization of the wonderful Romans. Sure, the Romans are wonderful. Don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. I mean, we don't send everybody to their deaths, do we? Not only those who don't pay their taxes. Or are considered inferior humans. Hey, Germany! Normally I'd reject it if I was playing alone, but since this is being streamed, let's have some wonderful conversation with Germany. He is angered. They still want the wheel. I don't have the wheel. Also, he's complimenting us. Now they're begging for mercy. Well then, I don't know if this version keeps track of deceptions and such. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and make peace. And I get, well, complimented. We are pleased for now. As I continue to explore this wonderful Earth. Also, I think we can afford to make a... Let's see. It's going to take forever, but introduce a granary. Because it's still supporting these two militia, who I'm using to explore the continent. I'd really like another city, though. And it's possible to get another city out of nowhere. Literally. At one of those huts. Let's see, who haven't I moved yet? Looks like I moved everybody. Yep, on to the next 20 years. I have the Emperor that does nothing, apparently. In over 500 years, I have done bronze working. And well, Germany's in trouble. Germany's in deep trouble. Because we all know what I'm going to do next. Right now, though, I'm going to make sure I can defeat them in one turn. As soon as I surround them with my units. Let me explain that in English. Most of your combat units cannot move around while there's a city or another unit around. That you're not 100% friends with. Peace treaty is only a partial friendship. A full friendship would be an alliance. And apparently there's nothing else left there. So right now this unit is going to dig in and fortify themselves. Fortifications! Fortifications everywhere. Also, my science is moving slow. Probably because I'm supporting way too many units. So, since this guy is in the middle of nowhere, and doesn't have much to explore, I'm going to disband him. I probably could explore to the north a little bit, but for right now, I need more production. Hey, Paperboy is finally growing, I think. Nope. I was just imagining it. How is it doing anyway? It's getting there very slowly. Four more turns and it'll turn into a larger city. You can see exactly what I'm going to do next turn. Hello there, Mixentang. Apologies if I mispronounced your name. I don't know whether that's supposed to be the truth, which it is. Ah, yes, boy. Yeah, that was pretty controversial, I guess. Sometimes I just hit it with people, sometimes I don't. I should start playing that game again, though. Also, hello, Big. I have started my kingdom of the Romans. Not to be confused with the McMimpins. Guess what? I'm going to wipe out Germany now. Yeah, I was thinking either the Germans or the Russians. Or, not the Germans, but the Romans or the Russians. I had to make sure I didn't do the same with civilization as the rest of you guys. But let's see if we can... So, let's tear up that peace treaty we made with the Germans, because I am a jerk. And by successfully winning against them, I've decreased their population by 1 unit. And with my remaining soldier, he actually lost. Surprising. I guess Germany gets one more life. And that's the end of the turn. I'm about to discover something, though, indicated by the light bulb, of course. Yeah, I haven't watched everybody's video because, well, that's 5 hours I haven't had. And probably won't have. But how does your civilization look towards mine so far? I've been at this for about 40 minutes. Also, it's time to wreck some Germans. Ah, they built another population just in time. So I won't be able to totally crush them this turn. And apparently, I think I'm on a pretty small island, so this is not encouraging. At least it's not a tiny island. It is possible to start on that island with 5 squares or less. Oh yeah, I read about that, Big. Gandhi is usually a peaceful ruler. But because of the way the generator goes, it's a 255 reaction generator, and he's at 0. But if he gets slightly peeved, he can go to 255 because of the way those numbers work, and become ultra aggro, ultra angry. Speaking of angry, I've discovered money. And now I can make a marketplace to collect more taxes. And with a little bit of extra science, I can make new technologies. Yeah, my population's a little low because I accidentally built settlers a little bit too early, and it packed up one of my cities. So I had to redo that city entirely. Let's start with masonry then. So I only got 2 cities so far, the Double D and the Paperboy. Yeah, I'm naming the cities after my videos, I know. Which may or may not be in chronological order. So let's wipe out Germany already. And loot them of their technologies and money. No wonder we won so quickly. I didn't even know we had rifles. And well, Germany is no more. Yes, we could, Big. So I destroyed Berlin. And you notice the special symbol on that one legion? I believe that means either he's a mercenary, which he is, or he's a veteran unit. Veteran units are more powerful than regular units, as figured. But getting them to survive a battle is pretty ominous. So I'm going to disband those 2. Can I do it this turn or next turn? Next turn. And concentrate more on internal affairs. Because I'm done exploring. At least to the northwest of my glorious kingdom. And I believe because he's a mercenary, he doesn't have to be supported by any of my cities. As you see, he has no home city. So basically, he's free units. And yeah, it looks like, unless there's something to the northeast I don't know about. I'm on a pretty small island. Also pretty southern, because I can't scroll any further to the south. Oh gosh, can I scroll to the north? I think. So for now, unless one of my enemies is more advanced than I thought, it's going to be pretty peaceful and boring. Until I build seafaring products. And that's probably going to take about 2,000 years. Speaking of which, and I'll let that grow by itself. And double check my production here. And check my other city here real quick before I let it auto slide for about a few hundred turns. A few hundred years. Ah, this was a nice place to grow my city. Yeah, Double D's gonna grow pretty big. And outside of that one legion, it's just time to grow. I'll wait a couple turns till the town of Double D gets at least 5 before I build more settlers. So Paperboy has finally built a granary. Huzzah! Now I could sell the granary for mere 60 gold, but that is definitely not worth it. And I don't need them to build another granary. So instead, I'm going to get some advice. Usually it's a military and a diplomatic advice. So they want me to start on defense. But honestly, I'm not going to. Instead, a marketplace, because I want money. A place without a marketplace is kind of boring. Because the people need to trade and make me money. Now, money isn't everything, but it sure lets you advance real quickly. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. Moving the mighty Romans forward, in search of prey. And all the while having gladiatorial combat. I'm sure that didn't exist till around 200-ish BC. Maybe a little bit earlier than that. But, well, powerful Roman emperors need to be entertained. Speaking of entertainment, I found a hut. Let's see if my luck holds out here. Oh no, bandits. They just happen to be cavalry, aren't they? Yeah, my legion is in big trouble. Now they're far away enough from my cities that they'll probably disperse within a couple of rounds. But if they're close to one of your towns or units, they'll just randomly attack them just for the sake of attacking them. Because they're bandits, bad guys, barbarians. Oh wow. He survived one attack, but I'm not sure where that other one went. Oh well, the less I need to know. And now I'm 99% sure I've explored all of this island/continent. I know there's a little bit of fog of war, but I doubt it's going to lead to more than one square there. Also, I'm still a dictator. Alright, I'll move there, see if... Well, I guess the Legion defended against both of them. But once again, since he's free, I'm going to have him explore the rest of the Fog of War. Well, I keep on skipping turns. And hopefully keep on building. And discovering masonry. Yay, I can build a bunch of things now. Honestly, if I'm going for a peaceful playthrough, I like to build all the wonders I can, and pretty much skip city walls. So, can I go back to that one screen to tell me which I need first? We'll go with burial. I think that leads towards a monarchy. I could be wrong, though. Although construction would be nice right about now. Construction! Because, by gosh, we need to build things. Just like my city is always building... roads. Repairing roads. It's amazing how far our civilization has de-evolved. But that's for another political discussion. Which I won't go into unless the chat does. Chat's pretty quiet, except for Big. That's alright. We're just here to chill. And this is going to take a while. Until something really interesting happens. I've also been trying to get over this cold flu for a while. This is like the 4th day of it, and I still have the sniffles. And a little bit of a sore throat. I could build the marketplace outright. And honestly, there's not much else I can do with gold right now. Although later I can use it in diplomatic matters. So I might as well speed that along. And it's going to have to wait at least 2 more turns before I can buy it / build it. Partially built. A marketplace has been built in Paperboy. Yes, so we can sell newspaper nets now. Well, at this point they'd actually be stone tablets. And that makes Paperboy's job pretty hard. He has to throw stone tablets. I'm pretty sure we haven't invented the bicycle yet either. Much less the chariot. The Wonder of the World would be nice. To increase my score. And give me a secondary effect. But even technology can nullify a lot of the wonders of the world. So, let's see here. Oh, I can make cherries, duh. Alright, I'll start with barracks, since I don't know what else to do with myself. It's a little bit too early to be building settlers. For at least Paperboy. Double D, I might end up starting settlers this around here. As soon as I produce that granary. Now, normally the advice I get from tutorials is to wait until the populace gets to 5 before building more settlers. So yes, I've made a landmark, and now have 100,000 people in my wonderful kingdom. But for a second there, I thought I lost control. It's bad to lose control. I can build that granary next turn. Or the turn after next. And if you hear any random sounds, that's just my dog Misty having the itchies barking at neighbors. Etc. and so forth. Very little money. But Paperboy cannot hold a granary. Wait a minute, did it sell that granary? It better not have sold that granary. I'm not into negative money yet. It sold the granary. Just because I hit 0 funds. I did not hit negative funds. So fortunately I can change the production of my partially built barracks and make them into a granary that's partially built. Now in Civ 2 they introduced the if you switch between mobile units and buildings, a penalty of 1/2. I don't think that a penalty applies here, but I don't know. Well, while I'm exploring this place, let's talk history. What kind of history should I talk about, though? Well, honestly, between 4000 and 200 BC, not much happened. Most of that is in religions of the history, so it may or may not be skewed. But we knew Egypt was a powerful country, as were the Romans. And I'm sure there were other civilizations, but they're pretty quiet about their history. Either that or their history got destroyed. Because people hate history when they form revolutions. They can become mean and vengeful. So now, with our sages, construction. To build aqueducts and coliseums. Engineering and bridging. So the moral of the story is, always preserve history. Don't be a revolutionary and destroy the history. You can be a revolutionary if you want to, but please don't destroy history or change it, because people need to know the truth. No, they don't. They need to be lied to. Then hundreds of years later, we ask ourselves, why were we so stupid? When we could have looked back and figured out why we were so stupid. I guess that's where oral history comes in. Families telling each other stories, etc., etc. So yes, I have a unit of legions out here, and the men in it are several hundred years old. Secrets of Immortality, Misty. Secrets of Immortality. Because I've been the ruler for at least 1,300 years. Don't ask how or why. Just assume. It'll make you feel better. I mean, everybody does it already. They assumed the reason I was late with their pizza. Wait a minute, I don't do pizza anymore. It's because I'm lazy. When there were a whole bunch of other factors involved that I had no control over. Well, it's more exciting than telling stories about how I stock shelves at groceries stores. Yeah, might as well build barracks. Sure, why not? Building them outright is outrageous. I should wait until the price goes down. And I'll station this unit in that city until the time comes that I need him. Hopefully I won't need him for too long. Until I discover boats. Which involves seafaring, which involves construction, which involves math, which involves a whole bunch of other things. Which I can't think of on top of my head. So, Sentry, or Legion to be more precise. Let's add some defense. And defend that town. Also having units in certain types of governments, while they're in town, can do militia order, which keeps people content and keeps them from rioting, which is a good idea. Make sure my cities are growing to the best of their ability. I know the wheat symbol is food production. The shields are manufacturing production. I can't remember what the third item is for, though. So I'll just keep it like that for right now. Luxury production, maybe? Oh, that would have been helpful. It also would have been nice if I could do the L and R instead of having that scroll up there. I have 6 buttons. Actually, 8 buttons if you include start and select. Actually, 9 buttons if you include the D-pad as 1 button. Let me use them. In that turn, roll out them civilizations. And you know what? Actually increase my science rate even more. So we can hopefully discover things real fast. That's a big hopeful. Grow cities. Go forth and multiply, my people. Okay, I already did the God stick. Back in ActRaiser. Where I told people to grow and make babies. It's not always a good idea, though. Ah, my funds are depleting, as you're noticing up there. Because it takes money to fund cities. And units. And upkeep of your buildings. But I have enough in the treasury right now that I can go a couple turns and sacrifice taxes for science. Huzzah, we have barracks. Which means I can produce veteran units right off the bat. Properly trained units. That's wonderful. And I really don't need an aqueduct until my population reaches 8. I'm not really in danger of being invaded. So I'll start with settlers for the moment. And I'll stop production on them if they get too much into it. And concentrate on other resources. Buy that? No. So, go forth and multiply, my people. Build them granaries. There's violence in Double D. Oh, noes. I have rioters. This is no good. So I'm gonna have to find a way to make people happy somehow. Yes, because there is one thug right up here who is not content. So there's 2 ways I can do this. I can either increase the luxury, or I could build a new building. I should build a coliseum to entertain people. Sure, why not? But I'm far from it right now. Also, yes, I know the music loop is getting a little bit annoying. What if I take one of these people out? As far as, there we go. That's my other option. I can turn the populace, one unit of it, into entertainers. That's what this guy is. And that makes one of my people extremely happy. And the one person happy will nullify the one person who is mad. Content people are neutral. But that also stifles my production big time. So I'm gonna have to, unfortunately, redistribute science into luxury. Let's see if that made any difference. Can't tell yet. I'll wait another turn and see what happens. Okay. Lovely. He is still mad. So I guess I'll have to make Elvises for right now. Yes, that was a picture of an Elvis in Civilization 2. And change those wonderful taxes. Although the other thing I could do is build military units, like I said before, to quell the people. By force if needed to. Also, my approval rating is terrible. Actually, if this was the real world, that would be pretty darn good. 44%. And 4% of my people are literate. Since I have discovered no other country, civilizations yet, I only know my own demographics. Well, I did discover Germany, but wiped them out pretty quickly. Anyway. So yes, I'm the top at some things and the bottom at other things. Well, you can't be a top at everything. It's really hard to do unless you're the only civilization left. Yay, we discovered burial. They'll let me build a temple. And involve more things I can do. Mysticism, yes. And for now, the city is back to normal-ish. Now what I can do with, of course, the temple is make people content. So let's trade that out. Since it is real easy to make a temple, and then I don't have to have an entertainer. That the temple only works for so many people. You know, religion pacifies, all that. There. People will be content for now. Now, the only thing the Palace really does is change your capital city, which has a slight advantage over your other cities. And let's start them settlers. Also, I need to get rid of that entertainer, so my people can go back to work. Lazy bums. And prevalence can draw resources, of course, from a 2 square radius. Well, sort of 2 square radius, but you know what I mean. Ouch. One moment. Oh, where was I? Anyway, now that I got discontent taken care of, we can finally build some settlers. And take care of that money problem. Also, Toynbee has a thing to write. We're 3rd in the world as far as happy civilizations. I guess that can't be that bad. It's a bronze. And in the next video, we discover what bronze work is all about. Thank goodness I already have.